Historically, DP has been mainly Catholic. But now we have got a very, very good mix. Historically, DP has largely been dominated by the community in Buganda. But now, DP is national. When I became president of DP the first time, 80% of the top leaders were actually from Buganda. I don't know whether any of you remember that. If you want, I'll post it on our DP presser. So our struggle has been to make sure there is national ownership of the party, while our opponents are focusing on DP being a provincial party. But you know, that medal belongs to NUP. Why should we compete with the NUP in having a provincial party? Our vision should be national. So that is one reason why we won. Secondly, Ugandans are nervous about how Uganda will change after President Museveni. That's the thing which keeps many Ugandans awake. And that conversation is going on. But the analysts on TikTok seem to not know that the talk about transition is the main topic. So we have deliberately endeavored to reach out to younger people. So now you'll find that I'm actually now one of the oldest on the National Executive Committee. All of a sudden, I think right here, apart from Honorable Kajimu, I think the two of us are the ones who have increased the average age on this platform. But when you look at people in their 20s, like Hajara used to be in NRM, by the way. Then she joined us. For those of you who think that nobody is excited about DP, of DP. And then finally, we won because we talked about power. I really get shocked when I listen to people being proud to be opposition. The fact that you're opposition means you have been beaten. Actually, to be proud, you know, I've never seen people celebrating being number 2. For instance, in the Premier League, have you seen a parade? Have you seen Arsenal doing a parade that they are celebrating being number 2? We of Man U, we have allowed others to win because, you know, we used to win so much that Anyway, the point is, when I hear people for opposition, and they even quarrel, we're totally opposition, you know, they are trying to tell that you are not opposition. How can that be something to fight over? I've never seen people fighting for the silver medal. Everybody wants to fight for the gold. It is only in Uganda where people wear the badge of honor that they are opposition. Opposition chitegeza abalonzi bo tebawera. And you cannot be proud of it. You must always be insisting that, you know, I want to be number 1. So, I'm really embarrassed on behalf of some people who go on TV and say, you are not opposition. I don't want to be opposition. I want to be government. That's why I'm in politics. I cannot say that I want to be opposition, because In opposition, you don't have the decision-making power. So, Honorable Zimula can order a grader to go and clear up a road in Kasanda, while somebody who is making noise in this parliament cannot even move one Panado from the medical stores to go to a clinic in the constituency. So we won because we were talking about power. So those are the 5 reasons why we won. There were serious challenges. Those who were opposing us didn't have a plan for winning the election. Their plan was to stop the election. So we had to find a way of stopping them from stopping the election. I actually thank God that there was not as much chaos as I had feared. The only time when I saw the police removing those architects of commotion, it lasted about 2 minutes. And thereafter, the elections went on normally. We urge those of you who report about DP, please refer to the party constitution. And now, this constitution was not made by us. We found it. We are only implementing it. And we are its guardians. And we guard it very jealously. There are those who thought that if you don't comply with the regulations, your non-compliance will be sorted simply because you have paid nomination fees. Let me tell you, I paid nomination fees in 2016. I have never been refunded that nomination fee. So it was clear that the nomination fees are non-refundable. Of course, the cameras were focusing more on the small incidents. But actually, the National Delegates Conference was largely peaceful. If you were focused on the entire tent, you must have seen that the majority of the delegates were actually seated very quietly, wondering what this mob is trying to do. Our friend from Bukoto Central ferried people to go and disrupt the elections. Then when we disrupted the disruptors, then he abandoned them. We had to transport his hooligans. We had to look for money, pay for their transport, pay for their accommodation, feed them. Imagine feeding people who came to mess up. But that is the heart that we have. As I said in Mbarara, on behalf of the newly elected National Executive Committee, we extend a hand of friendship. We extend an olive branch to all those who are unhappy for whatever reason. Now, I have ever lost elections and I've also ever won elections. So I know what it is like. Now, the more you complain after losing, the more the pain actually. That's my experience as somebody who lost elections. Let me give you 2 examples. When I lost the election for Constituent Assembly in Gulu, the very next morning, I walked to the home of Mzee Andrew Adimola, congratulate him. I find that when you congratulate the winner, you remove a lot of poison from your system. That helped me. But the more you gather people around you and they cheer you as you insist that you won, eventually they go back to their home and they laugh at you. Meanwhile, you know you are lying to yourself. I lost another election for DP president in 2005 at Nambole. Within 2 days, I reached out to Mzee Sebana Kizito and even offered to be his campaign manager. That healed me a lot. So my advice to those who lost elections is, don't make a bad situation worse. Come back home and let us regroup as a party. Secondly, threats are really futile. We believe very strongly that we all have a duty to regroup. I know how painful it is to lose elections. There's a man who said that losing an election is like hurting your toe. Two things happen when you have stabbed your toe. Number one, you cannot laugh because it is painful. Number two, you can't cry because you may be too big to cry. So these people are too big to cry, but the pain is also too much for them to laugh. We hope now you can see three distinct groups of people in the party. The first group is the doers. We are here. We represent the doers. Those who do things. Because we wake up in the morning, we take decisions and we act. That is us. We have very clear goals on what we want to achieve. The second group is that of the reactionaries. And their job is to wake up and ask, what is Mao planning to do? Then they are reacting to it. Those are the reactionaries. Then the third group is commentators. I call upon all members of DP, join the group of doers. Stop being reactionaries and stop being commentators. The same applies to what is happening in the country. In that parliament, we largely have reactionaries and commentators. But for us in DP, why is everyone talking about us? Because we wake up and decide what to do and we do it. Then once we do it, then everybody is all over us. They have done this, they have done this. You also plan and do what you want to do. That's what makes a difference in life. So I'm grateful to the team that is standing here for being very, very, very firm.